Hey, good morning. This is Steve Sinclair at the Convergent booth 2011. I'm here with Ty Miller from Alcatraz AI. We're talking about a bunch of innovation here that spans across multiple different verticals inside of the security space. Ty, thanks a lot for the time today, man. I really appreciate it. Looking forward to this conversation.
Absolutely, Steve. Thanks for having us here. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, awesome, man. So tell me, why Alcatraz?
So Alcatraz, facial biometric product. What we do is we provide convenience and security together. Usually those two things don't go hand in hand,
sure.
Right? It's either really secure or really convenient. We provide both, right? So exceptional user experience and helping our customers ensure that their facilities are safer.
Nice. So tell me, as we're kind of looking across the sea of all this different technology out there and security is now spanning into the operational space, how do you see your product kind of aligning with driving positive business outcomes, both from security and operations?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're able to really secure facilities, help operational efficiency for our customers. So one of the things that the product will do is tailgate detection. So from a security perspective, trying to investigate a tailgate event, we make that process very easy. We bolt on to existing systems. So we're just an add-on to an existing infrastructure. So to manage the system, it's very easy. To install the system is very easy. But we help drive those operational efficiencies that you talked about, making the lives of the security staff much easier to go investigate an event. And it's just helping drive an ROI for our customers, right? If they're constantly replacing badges or they're constantly investigating a tailgating event, time is money, right? And we help minimize the time to do that.
Sure. So across multiple vertical markets, do you have any use cases benchmarking for ROI that you could explain?
Yeah, absolutely. So just, we do have customers that are completely cardless, so they're not dealing with the challenge of badge replacements. They're also able to very quickly detect tailgating events and investigate those. So all those things together, we are able to generate an ROI. We actually have an ROI calculator that we've built.
Nice.
Work with Convergent on that to help our customers show, if you purchased X number of devices, here's the savings that you're going to find, and we spit out an ROI. We say, hey, you're going to see your return on investment in 2.3 years, or whatever the case is.
So talk to us about compliance. Talk to me about compliance. That's a big topic of conversation, right? So how does the system perform? How does it work in these multiple different environments?
Yes, great question. So we are compliant with every major privacy regulation that exists in the world, right? So some of the strictest privacy regulations in Europe, we're GDPR compliant. Here in the States, we're compliant with every privacy regulation. What we actually do is we convert the face into a binary string of data. So we're not cross-referencing an image, we're cross-referencing ones and zeros.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different how we do it. We don't expose any personal identifiable information. All we have is your badge information and the makeup of your face.
Sure. So tell me the difference between like facial recognition, facial identification.
Yeah, great. Another great question. So really facial recognition is when you covertly view a sea of people like at this trade show, and you cross-reference a database to say, where else has Steve been, right? We're not doing that.
Sure.
It's an opt-in program, first of all, where people opt in to use the technology, and you're using the technology to securely gain access into an area. We're not cross-referencing databases, we're not tracking where's Steve been. In fact, we don't even know your name.
Yeah.
Right? When you enroll in the technology, we're just creating that binary string of data, and we don't have any personal identifiers associated with it.
So what's the future look like for your product in this environment? What's the future for operational efficiency?
Yeah, so one of our customers actually said, I want people to freely walk through my facility. I don't want them to feel like they're in a prison. I want security to be invisible, right? And we're doing that with some of our clients. We actually, in our booth, we have the device embedded in a turnstile. I think the future is more of that, where people are freely walking through their organization, and it's a very high degree of security, where only the right people are gaining access to the right areas.
Awesome.
Right? So when you come to work that day, you know that the right people are in your building, and they haven't tailgated in, or they haven't picked up a badge and gotten in with someone else's badge.
Nice. Well, Ty, thank you very much for everything. We really appreciate the partnership, appreciate the conversation. Thank you everyone for listening out there. We're in booth 2011, Convergent, Alcatraz AI. Come and see us live. Thank you for watching.